this play here. So Smyrna is definitely an athletic team.
Yes.
From what I've heard, they are very, very athletic. And it's going to be interesting to see how Independence matches up. Now, they do seem to be bigger than Independence's defensive line, but we'll see how they can do it. Pass out and dropped. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 on the play.
Looked like they had something there. If he hangs on to that football, who knows?
Yeah, that was
important for Independence to be able to swarm to the football tonight.
Yeah, and that was Simpson with the incompletion on the play there. So here we go. This is going to bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun formation. Hand the ball off, and Independence is going to go ahead and stack them up. And that looks like a pretty good loss on the play of about 4 yards on that.
Yeah. I just mentioned how important it is for Independence to swarm to the football, and we just saw 10 hats in that pile right there with Cole Heener kind of being that safety net back there. So that's how it's done right there.
It's big. This is a big 3rd down for Smyrna because they don't want to send their defense right back out there again.
No,
they do not want to send their defense out there because their defense just got done playing for over half of the first quarter. So this is a long 3rd and 15 for Smyrna. Shotgun formation. And flag on the play, and this is going to be motion against Smyrna, so that's going to push them back even farther, making it even more difficult for them to pick up this 1st down. And so we'll see what they're going to do here. So obviously, if they want to get a 1st down here, you think they're going to pass it.
At the same time, though, I would look for something like a draw. Something just kind of give them some room to punt the football and flip the field, or try to flip the field.
Yeah.
Something like a draw. A screen maybe, but being kind of standing in their end zone, it'd be hard. I wouldn't necessarily like to run that either. We'll see.
And passing the ball. Independence is going to bring him down. Looks close to the end zone. I don't believe it's a safety. I believe he was tackled about the 1.
Right. No,
But that's going to make. That's going to make. That's about the 2-yard line. That's going to make the punt tough.
This is going to make the punt tough. A lot of pressure on that long snapper. Usually the long snapper is the guy that goes unmentioned, but this isn't easy.
Well, the whole thing is that it's a shorter snap than they're used to doing.
Yep.
And so it's a different thing. So we'll see if Independence can do this. Nate Johnson is back to return, and we'll see what happens on this. And good snap. Kicks it low. Johnson picks it up, and he goes ahead and grabs it and takes off a little bit. That was a good punt. That was a very, very good punt.
We're going to see a 1st down Smyrna. We roughed the punter in the back of the end zone. Not a smart play right there.
Was it a rough? Oof.
Punt was off. It was the right
Was
call.
It running in or roughing?
It was roughing.
So the one thing that Independence could not do on that play.
The one thing you can't do all night, shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, that's something you cannot do. So now, instead of having a great field position for the Eagles, it's a 1st down for Smyrna.
Mm-hmm.
Roughing the kicker on Independence. That'll be an automatic 1st down.
So we'll see.
See if they can keep the momentum they had.
You're gonna have to. And so now the defense got a little greedy, and they tried to go a little too hard for that block. And at some point, you got to cut your losses and just get the ball back. So here we go. 1st and 10 for Smyrna with 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the 1st quarter, and going out for a pass. And throws the ball downfield, wide open, and just missed the play.
That's the one thing you can't do as a defensive back is let them get behind you. I think we bit on the quick out, which allowed that corner route to sneak behind our corner.
And he was definitely if that ball would have hit him in stride, that would have been 6.
Yeah, it would have. It would have been 6.
But would have, should have, could have, does
You know?
not matter sometimes.
You can always sit here and talk about what would have happened.
Right. So great play call by Smyrna there, just could not make it happen. And then handing the ball off, Independence had him in the backfield and were able to finally push him out of bounds. It looks like he's going to get about 2 yards on the play. Independence had him for a loss, but then he was able to pick up 2 yards.
Yep. Did a good job of making a little something out of nothing there. I look for them maybe to come back to what they just tried a second ago. That quick out with the corner over the top.
Mm-hmm. So here we go. Brings up a 3rd down and 8. Passing down, wide open, and he is going to be, looks to be short by about 2 yards for the first down. So that was also good by the defense, because you at some points you give them a little bit, but that's fine if you can get your fundamentals and tackle them correctly. So that's going to bring that 4th and 2.
Ran something pretty similar to what they ran the smash there. Hit that quick out. I think they're thinking they can pick up some yards after catch.
Mm-hmm.
Independence, good job of tackling there.
Yeah.
In the open field.
So now we'll see. Now remember that Independence had the ball at the 45-yard line after the last punt. So let's see what's going to happen here. The punt is up, and it is a short punt, and Johnson is going to go ahead and pick it up. And he's at the 30, 35, 40, 50. Out of bounds at the 45, at the Smyrna 45-yard line, 44-yard line. Well, I tell you what, sometimes the game favors you a little bit, and the Independence actually gained 12 yards because of their penalty. I tell you,
that's just Nate being Nate right there, just being a heck of an athlete and making something happen.
One of the things you see quite a bit too is on a punt, when a punt is not caught on the fly, it's going to mess up the timing. And you're so used to, practice, punt, timing, catch the ball, run. When that ball hits the ground, all of a sudden you're like, okay. And it messes with the timing a little bit. Johnson was able to get it and basically take off almost full speed. And he has that quick first step that he just gets moving on it.
Sometimes punt teams tend to just think about downing the football, and then they don't settle their feet. So when he does pick it up, they can't break down and make a tackle.
Oh, Jordan fumbles the ball, and Smyrna's going to get that ball on the 30-yard line. So Jordan Pope.
And they signal that the Bulldogs have recovered.
So just like that, the ball is back, and Smyrna has the ball at their own 30-yard line. So
after a great first drive, we are not helping ourselves much.
Those are 2 big plays. Those are, honestly, first time Pope has carried the ball this game, I think, and that's, it's slick, and so just did not have complete command of the ball as he got the ball. So here we go, handing the ball off to Smyrna, and once again, Independence is able to get them, and this time tackle them for about a 2-yard loss. Looks like we're going to have one more play in this first quarter. I tell you what, it's been this first quarter's gone by fast.
We talked earlier about Smyrna's defense being on the field a long time, and here we are. I think both defenses have been on the field half the quarter. So, both offenses have done a nice job, whether it be by luck or by keeping the football, running the football. Either way.
Yeah, sometimes
they've done a good job of keeping the other team from having the football back.
Sometimes luck. So there we go. Passing the ball, open, coming across the middle, and he is going to be brought down about 2 yards short. That's going to be the end of the first quarter, with Independence holding on with a 7-0 lead over Smyrna. And as we flip sides of the field, it's going to be about a 3rd and 3. And, that first quarter told us a lot about what Independence is looking to do this game. And, they're looking to run the ball a little bit more and use the strength of Daniel Wright as he was running up the middle. And we'll see, because he kind of came up a little limping a little bit, there. And so you want to make sure that he's healthy. And I don't see, is he being treated or anything?
He's walking around the sideline trying to I can't tell if it's a hip or a knee but one thing Independence can't afford to do is lose another
starter,
offensive threat. fortunately, they have guys that have played a lot of football and can step in and fill roles like what Adam's done when Bunch has gone down, and you know, Jordan's going to bounce back from his first run. So luckily, we've had some guys that played a lot of football that can step into those roles when needed.
Yeah. And also, you know, I don't think that you put into you never forget that the first 3 games that Independence has had this year, they've won pretty handily. So that means that a lot of players that if those games were close would not be getting playing time. So as you kind of get dinged up a little bit, those players will come into these games and have some experience.
Right, and they're used to the lights and the intensity and the speed of the game. So that definitely helps.
So here we go, another big 3rd down for Smyrna. See if they can capitalize on Independence's turnover. Quick pass out, and nice move by Smyrna. He gets hit pretty good, loses the ball, and Smyrna looks to have recovered that.
Nope.
Oh, no, Independence. Independence, oh my goodness, I did not see that. What a hit. What a hit.
I didn't see who had the hit on there. I know, you know, that was a big-time play, though. It's a big-time swing of momentum.
So that is 2 turnovers. That's a turnover each on each. That's a turnover for each team. So, I mean, just right back. And so now we're looking at 1st and 10, almost right at midfield. I say on Smyrna's 49. And Independence is going to go ahead and throw the ball. And he's going deep to Johnson. Johnson catches it in stride. Touchdown, Independence, just like that. 49 yards, about 40 yards of it in the air. Touchdown. Woo! That was quick.
That's a heck of a ball by Adam.
Oh,
Swayze
man.
I
mean, that right there, I mean, that play, I tell you what, that ball was perfectly thrown. You get the ball to your playmakers, and Swayze got the ball to Johnson. And there we go. And so, wow,
Nate, Nate just kind of outruns the corner there.
And that was a great job. So here comes the extra point. My goodness, what a huge turnaround and a quick score. Kick is up and into the Heritage and Hillsborough crowd. It's good, and Independence has scored. And now the score is Independence 14 and Smyrna 0. I tell you what, I'm surprised because, I mean, like, you think about it, that's a one-play drive, 49 yards on one play. And it basically took about 7.5 minutes to get 80 yards on the first one, and bam, just like that. And, like, it's one of those things. It's almost like they're looking for them to keep on going up the middle. But then that first play, you fake it up the middle, pump the short pass, then gone.
It's, you know, again, we talked about it earlier in the game, building Adam's confidence, let him get settled in, run the football effectively, then he's able to gain some confidence and be able to make a heck of a throw down the sideline to Nate. You know, we've talked about a lot of things, and it seems like every time we mention something, it swings another way. So, you know, Independence holds on to the football for 7.5 minutes the first drive. Next drive, next time they get the ball back, without a turnover, they go one play in the end zone. So a lot has happened in the first 13 minutes to 12.5 minutes of this game.
You like how he just let you kind of talk there for a bit?
Yeah, thanks. Mr. Balzer's got to check on his Royals.
Well, you know, it's getting close to playoff time.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, you know baseball, you gotta stay up to it.
You know, it's such a long, you play it forever. It's all year.
Listen,
I love it. It's awesome.
It's amazing.
It's awesome.
I mean, in the summer months, I mean, like being a teacher, you don't got a whole lot to do, so you sit down and you watch baseball.
You know, I thought 52 games in a season was a lot, and those dudes play 162, 64. That's insane.
So here we go. The Smyrna now has the ball in the 20. Stoney once again was able to kick the ball in the end zone. And now they're going to throw the ball, screen pass, a little bit of room there, but Independence did a great job to go ahead and stop that before too much kind of came up from it.
I'll tell you, Cole Huner did a good job of attacking that block, keeping outside leverage and keeping the ball carrier inside.
Jackson on the reception for the Bulldogs. Gain of about 3.
Okay, so now that's going to bring up a 2nd and 7. And handing the ball off, and Independence once again getting through that line and doing a great job. I tell you what, where there's one, there seems to be floor. What I like to say, a flock of eagles.
I see what you did there with the mascot and incorporating.
Yeah. And also 80s pop music in a way.
There you go.
Bring up third down now for Smyrna.
I wasn't born in the 80s, so I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
No, I was a 90 baby.
What?
Born in 1990.
My goodness. I tell you what, you could tell me that at every single broadcast we do, and I just think to myself, I'm old.
Well, it's important that I remind you at least 2 or 3 times a game.
And good block, and it looks like Smyrna's going to be able to pick up their first non-penalty first down. They're going to get to about the 31. That was a good play, and also a really well, I love how he fought for that first down.
He ran hard. That's just kind of a want-to. That's kind of an attitude run there in terms of he just wanted to pick up the first down. Broke a couple tackles, took some guys with him, ended up picking it up. It was a nice job.
It was a great job. So let's. Ooh, they just, man, the IABC just announced 2-for-1 hot dogs. I mean, I'm there.
You're not. You're here.
What's that?
You're here.
I know. Well, the whole thing is though is that, we could be working the concession stand tonight.
It's an option, but yeah, that would.
Another run up the middle. Nice, tough fight for yards on that play for Smyrna. Bringing them down. Looks like about a gain of 4 yards, I want to say, on the play.
It's a tough run.
Sims for Smyrna.
Smyrna getting a little bit going right here. Independence has done a nice job of contain on the outside, but Smyrna's and penetrating up the middle. Smyrna's done a nice job, though, of counteracting those two on this drive in terms of getting yards at the middle and getting the play on the outside edge.
So here we go. He's back to pass. Oh, he drops the ball on the pass, and the ball is loose. Looks like Smyrna came on it. It almost looked like he was going to do the Statue of Liberty on that play. It kind of slipped out that kind of weird way. And so, once again, just could not get a grip on the football. And it's that kind of – it's those kind of things that, especially now when Smyrna has to kind of play catch-up a little bit. It is just 2 possessions, but you're having to play catch-up. You try to get that stuff a little bit quicker, a little bit faster. Not taking your time is going to create those sort of things.
Getting your grip, keeping your feet, it all plays into the kind of the conditions of the field tonight, with it being a pretty rainy day. That's definitely having an impact tonight.
All right, shotgun formation again. In motion, they're going to go ahead and hand off the ball, and he's going to throw the ball, and it is going to be bobbled and missed just barely. I tell you what. So that was close. That was one of the things to where, I get the play call, but the field conditions, I think, not throwing the football the whole game and you hand the ball off and then he throws the ball. That's tough. That's tough to ask. That's tough to ask a pro player to do,
right? Let
alone, a high schooler. But I love the play call. I love going for it, but I just don't know with the field conditions if that's, what you want to do in that position.
Looks like they may have had something with the jet there if they had stayed with it. Go for a little trickery.
So once again, here's the punt, and good punt, and this one is going to go perfect for Smyrna. That was a great punt, and it's going to put Independence down at the 16-yard line. Special teams are, honestly, I'm going to show myself here a little bit. I love special teams. They don't get a good rap a lot of times, especially the kickers. But
either hero or zero.
Exactly. How much pressure is on you? Because, yes, the quarterback is obviously the most important position on the field. But they're on there so much. All of a sudden, a kicker can be cold and not do anything for 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whole game. 2 seconds left in the game. They have to be on.
They got to go be the guy. It's just the nature of the beast. If you want it, if that's what you choose to do, if that's what you're chosen to do, then you got to be ready for those types of situations. One thing they don't want to do, though, I guarantee, is kick it to 2.
No. So here we go. Back to pass. Looks like his knee hit the ground on that. Just could not get his footing there. Wright, obviously Wright is back, and so he picked up about 4 yards. Looked to have a lot more room
Love the
there.
play call there. I think he had a lot of room there. I couldn't tell if his knee was actually down or not.
So it looks like it's a thigh that was bothering him earlier, because it looks like a little tape over there over his.
Maybe maybe a hip flexor issue, trying to keep it stabilized. Maybe it's a bruise.
Yeah, he could have, like, his leg could be like completely purple tomorrow. So all right, shotgun, and going to go ahead and try to get the ball up the middle there. Nothing is gained, or just a little bit. So let's see. That's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Runs up the middle.
3rd down and about, I want to say 6 remaining.
Gain of about a yard. It'll be 3rd down now for the Eagles.
So here we go. A big 3rd and 5. I think they want to get, if they want to go ahead and make this a.
They gotta know they gotta get this call. Now I can't call it.
So that's going to go ahead, and that's going to.
He's got to come late from that boundary.
So there looks timeout. I think was that Smyrna with the timeout on that one?
I couldn't tell. I didn't see the signal.
So, well, while we have a timeout here, I want to give a shout out to my my media students that are working here in front of me. Garrett Fee, he's running graphics. So any graphics mess up, I promise you that was Garrett Fee with those. And James Roberson is directing tonight. So any bad camera switches, it's all on him. And running cameras upstairs, Lizzie Thomas and Jonah Raymond.
Oh, Jonah.
Yeah, they're both, but in all honesty, I'll tell you what, they do a great job, and I think, top notch. I mean, you watch a lot of stuff on ESPN3, not even close to being as good as what these guys do.
Right.
These guys are half the age of what those guys are. So
hey, they're trained by the best in the biz.
Who's that?
That'd be you.
Oh, yeah, whatever. All right, so here comes 3rd down. Big 3rd and 5 for the Eagles. Gets the ball, bobbles it a little bit. It's going to go throw the ball. Almost picked off on that play. And it's going to bring up the first punt for the Eagles today.
We caught a break there big time. I think if he hangs on to that may be 6.
Oh, that would have been 6.
For the yellow and perp.
I like how you shortened purple on that.
I did.
Just the perp.
I like to abbreviate.
It's good. Saves time.
Exactly. Work smarter, not harder.
So, all right. So now 4th and 5. This is going to be the first punt. This is Brickle with the punt. And high snap. He's down at the 1-yard line. Huge play. We were talking about, those kind of things, the slippery condition, and that was one of the first, and that was the first real long snap tonight for the Eagles. So that's going to put Smyrna in prime position. At that point, honestly, you need to take it in the end zone, I think, for a safety on that. I think, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. In the heat of the moment,
you can't.
You can't just to get on the football and
listen. Armchair. Calling like we do. I mean, but that's a tough play.
Right.
So they're going to hand the ball off, and Eagles are going to go ahead and take him down quickly. And looks like a little bit of the loss of the play. So, but this is good. I mean, this is going to light a little fire for him. And so let's see. They're going to lose about 3 yards in that, so now it's not so close to the end zone. It's a 2nd and 4.
Let's see if Independence can make a big stop here.
So once again, they're going to hand the ball off, and nothing is happening on that play either. The Eagles just going ahead and taking care of things, and that's going to be looks like a loss of 1 more yard, so it's going to bring up 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal from, it looks to be the 5-yard line. And here comes a big play, Trey. Here comes a big play.
This is a huge stop if we can get it.
So here we go, 3rd and 5. He's going to pass the ball, And he caught the ball, but there's a flag on the play. Looks to be, I'm guessing this is going to be against Independence because he was kind of all over his man on that. But he caught the ball anyway, so we'll see what they're going to say. But I
he
think
didn't signal touchdown is the thing.
No, I think this
touchdown.
is going to be 6 for Smyrna. And Smyrna's bringing on their extra point team, so interference against the Eagles.
Okay.
And it's a touchdown. So there's the touchdown signal. So that's going to bring up the score to 14-6. And Smyrna looking like that they were not going to come out of there with anything but possibly 3 points. Puts the ball in the end zone, and that was huge.
Simpson, quarterback for Smyrna, I believe is his last name, threw a bullet. That was a heck of a throw. When he took his step back, I thought they were going to go with the fade there, which I like our matchup there with Nate at corner. But, they went with the quick slant and made it work.
And the extra point is good. So there it is, just like that. Mistakes just kind of kill you. It's 14. Independence is 14. Smyrna is 7. We have 5.5 minutes remaining in the first half.